The White House apparently has a new gun control policy, or that one that they are considering advocating for, and Joe Biden is pretty serious about his committee, and they're working really quickly on it, which is unusual for Washington. Recently had a meeting that involved a lot of the top people in government: Attorney General Eric Holder, Education Secretary Arne Duncan, Homeland Security Secretary Janet Napolitano, and even Kathleen Sebelius, who's the head of Health and Human Services. They all get together and they discuss a bunch of different proposals that the White House is considering. So it's even broader than what you might suspect, as the Washington Post reports. So they're considering reinstating an expired ban on assault weapons and high-capacity ammunition. That's great. That's part and parcel of what we should do. They also want to require universal background checks for firearm buyers. They want to track the movement and sale of weapons through a national database. They want to strengthen mental health checks and stiffen penalties for carrying guns near schools or giving them to minors. Now, these are not all set in stone. These are the ideas that they are considering. So there's a part of this story that I absolutely love. How are they going to get to do this? Because immediately the NRA's legions go out there. Ted Cruz, Republican senator from Texas, is dead set against it. But even Heidi Heitkamp, who just got elected in North Dakota as a Democrat, says, oh, this is way out of bounds, right? Well, what is their plan for winning anyway? Well, the Washington Post explains near the end of the article. One potential strategy would be to win support for specific measures from interest groups that are normally aligned with the NRA. Interesting. What is that? Well, they explain. For instance, this person suggested Walmart and other major gun retailers may have an incentive to support closing a loophole that allows people to bypass background checks if they purchase firearms at gun shows or through other types of private sales. That could result in more people buying guns in retail stores. Oh, I love that. Now, why do I love that? Because it goes to show you, you can't get anything done in this country without the permission of corporate America. But if you can swing Walmart and say, hey, listen, there's profit in it for you. I'll set the rules so that it is to your advantage. Now will you get behind me? Will you put money and force behind me and tell those Republicans not to fight too hard because they listen a lot to what Walmart says, right? Well, if you can swing the money in your direction, maybe that's the only way you can win. So it is smart political strategy, and it does go to show you that President Obama is making a real push here, and you have to give him credit for that. But the way that you get anything done in Washington is telling and amazing. Well, if you want anything at all, you got to go beg to the corporate masters who rule the whole country and say, Mr. Walmart, I would like gun control, but I promise that you'll make a lot of money off of it. Do we have a deal? And that's how this game is played.